it's your boy, Paulus Harris, aka the Crazy Uncle. Hey, guess what? This your first time tuning in. Go ahead, hit the doggone subscribe button, hit notification bell every time I post up new content. Championship weekend. And I put a whole bunch of question marks behind it because if you saw what I saw, right, which I know a lot of people did, right, then in a sense, you already know where the fuck I'm going with this. Taste the beverage as usual. So, hey, listen. Now, I'm looking at this. It's like, okay, hey, look. We got a pile of shit over here that's called AFC Championship Weekend, right? Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs, right? And then you got this other pile of shit over here that's called the NFC Championship Weekend. But everybody's talking about this pile of shit over here. Ain't nobody talking about this shit over here. So, unless you didn't watch the game last night, or the games rather, right? Then you don't have no, you don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. So everybody's talking about the motherfucking Buffalo Bills and Kansas City. But what I want to talk about is the Philadelphia and Washington game. And then I'm just like, okay, we know that they finna do the brotherly push or whatever, right? But for you to act like really miscalculate that shit twice, and it, for the most part, it could be, you could look at it as a miscalculation, or you act like you really look at it as like, okay, that shit was by design. Because, and and this is what I say, okay, Jaden Daniels, right? As a rookie, outstanding job. I applaud you, right? But if you actually really stop and think about it for a minute, which I was really pulling for Washington to win. Yes, this actually really sounds weird because I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, but I hate the Eagles. Out of all of the motherfucking division, it ain't the team. You know what? It really ain't the team that I'm pissed off. It's the fucked up ass fans. Them are some of the most rowdy, obnoxious fans ever. Now, I don't know nothing about this new stadium, but I know the old stadium, what they used to play in. If you fucked up, they arrested your ass, and then the goddamn courtroom was down in the basement of the goddamn football stadium. So that should tell you something about all the. Now, listen, all of y'all ain't raggedy. Some of y'all, at least I hope, you can be like, okay, yeah, some of that shit, they do this shit off the wall. But it's quite obvious that every Philadelphia Eagle fan, once they was born, they stupid ass parents dropped them babies on their head on purpose and be like, oh, guess what? From here on out, you finna be a Philadelphia Eagle fan. Knowing, and I just found this out last night. As of yesterday, their all-time winning record, win-loss record, these motherfuckers are at 500 even. 666, 666. Don't want to believe me? Go take that shit up with motherfucking Zachary K. Hubbard, or you can just Google the shit, right? So Bob, my whole deal is, when the game was still close, right? I'm like, okay, why is this motherfucker doing this, right? And then I think after a while, right? Just because he's a rookie, and rookies gonna make plenty of mistakes. But what the fuck is wrong with what the fuck is wrong with the rest of y'all? I mean, Lattimore, yeah, he got his ass. They jumped on him like it was nobody's business. But again, for y'all to let Barkley run like how the hell he did, a lot of that stuff was probably due to blocking schemes, not handling your assignment like how the fuck you supposed to. So again, if you ask me, both games were rigged in such a degree. And then it's just for the simple fact, if you actually really stop and look at the score of that game, 55 to, I won't say 23, I think it was. But here's the deal. How tall is the Washington Monument, people? 555 feet. These bastards scored 55. Now, I know what the fuck you thinking. Okay, look, motherfucker, you 500 feet short. But if you actually really stop and think about it for a minute, okay, Philadelphia at one point was this nation's capital. And thank God that they actually really moved that shit to Washington, D.C. You know, on so many levels till it's motherfucking ridiculous. But in either case, both of those games were staged. I mean, but if you actually really stop and think about it, you know, every motherfucking game in the NFL is fixed in such of a way where that, okay, well, these motherfuckers, they already know every year when the NFL, every year when the owners meeting show up, when they do that, all these motherfuckers, they show up, whatever, and then this is me leading into the next subject. So every year you get the NFL owners meeting. And they talk about, okay, well, what can we do to make the game better and safer for our players? They also talk about who's going to win this season's Super Bowl. And then Jerry Jones, he's sitting up there, right? However the fuck he's sitting there. And then everybody was saying this, Jerry, look, you're not going to win shit else, right? But what the fuck we need for you to do, we need for you to tear down that organization just a little bit. So everybody else can, because, you know, for everybody else, they can still catch up, right? Because believe it or not, and I said this in the previous show, but people were calling, and then my mic got muted, and then thanks to that one person, she was like, hey, look, your mic is not working. So it was like a whole lot of shit I was mouthing, you saw me talking, but hey, look, wasn't no sound. So here's the deal. So before Jerry, you know, and this is about the new hire too, right? So I done heard everybody. I done heard Shannon Sharp talk. I done heard motherfucking Stephen A. and all the rest of them. And then I've heard a lot of other people talk, from the Cowboys page and all that kind of shit. And so a lot of people are like, what the fuck is up with this hire? Well, I just told you what the fuck is up with this hire. Because every owner's meeting now, granted fact, this is just speculation, but the thing about it though is this. You motherfucker gotta have a meeting every goddamn year. Competition committee, whatever the fuck. I mean, well, it makes sense. I get it. But I mean, like, you motherfuckers can let Jerry have one more. But but then again, I also get this too, right? And this is what I was trying to say last week. And I actually really just came out and said it. I said that I truly honestly believe that the Dallas Cowboys, right? It's been 30 years, or this upcoming season will make 30 years. And then it would also be, well, they came in the league in 1960. So this year, going into the postseason, right? You might well go ahead. This is the 65th year that the Dallas Cowboys has been in existence. Right? So let's actually really just stop and think about why the Dallas Cowboys ain't did shit inside, in damn near 30 years. Right? A lot of this shit is not Jerry Jones. And for anybody that actually really thinks that way, then choke yourself. And so, yes, that means you too, Michael Irvin, right? Loved you as a player, loved your passion that you did in that video, but guess what? You was just a soldier on the motherfucking field, all with the fuck that you were supposed to do. And which you did a damn good job. Hey, look, run your fucking routes, catch this ball so we can win some games. All right? That was your whole job. So, listen, I feel your pain. But then again, you should know what the fuck, how some of this shit worked, considering how Super Bowl 30 played out. How Neil McDonough gonna just clearly throw the ball to motherfucking Larry Brown. Come on now. Let's be real about this. Yes, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I know a motherfucking fixed game when I see one, right? So with that being said, let's just say that game was given, and they told Jerry, okay, look, motherfucker, you can't win shit else, because before you bought the Dallas Cowboys, who was winning? What team was winning when nobody else winning? Dallas Cowboys. Now, granted fact, if you look at it, as far as like the 1970s go, yes, Pittsburgh won more Super Bowls. But then if you actually really stop and look at, okay, well, what team in the 70s won more games than any other team in the 70s? It'd be the Dallas Cowboys. And then if you actually really stop and think about this for a minute, let's just actually really look at the popularity of the Dallas Cowboys. Texas Stadium had a brief display in the hit TV show Dallas back in the late 70s, early 80s. Let's look at the quarterbacks that the Dallas Cowboys have had. Don Meredith, great career as a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. He ended up being on Monday Night Football, right? And then let's not forget about Tony Romo and Troy Aikman, as well as Jimmy Johnson, who works there for Fox Sports. Let's not forget about the two movies that were actually like really based off of the Dallas Cowboys. North Dallas 40 and motherfucking Any Given Sunday. Everybody, for the most part, wanted to be like the Dallas Cowboys. And then let's not forget about the doggone NFL films that happened in 1977, 1978, where they actually really call it, these are the Dallas Cowboys, America's team. So like a lot of this shit was coming at the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of this stuff that Coach Landry, may he rest in peace, right? I already know y'all motherfuckers saying this motherfucker, how he sitting up here talking shit and drinking. Well, guess what? When you're the crazy uncle, this what the fuck you get to do. I'm a retired Army veteran, so if y'all don't like my goddamn content, y'all know what the fuck y'all can do. But in saying all of that, I'm just telling y'all the history of the Dallas Cowboys. They were winning when nobody else were. And then it's just for the simple fact, as of the 2023 season, the Dallas Cowboys had the highest all-time winning percentage. So let's just say since the merger, which happened in 1970, right? Everybody falls the fuck off. All right? Now, considering this is a 30-year drop, or soon to be a 30-year drop, but then again, you got to look at in the soon to be 65th season, the Dallas Cowboys have had two, not one, but two golden eras. They was winning it. They was winning in the late 60s, going into the 70s. They got two Super Bowls out of the deal. They were still throughout the 70s. They were still a force to be working with, a force to be reckoned with. Even going into the 80s, they was always there. They was always in the mix. Then by the time 1985, 86 come around, hey, look, the Tom Landry mystique acts like, okay, look, ain't nobody trying to listen to you no motherfucking more. So then here comes Jerry and Jimmy back in 1989. Then here they come. They run it. And they got 3 Super Bowls out there. So that's 2 eras, 2 golden eras. Right? The only other team that I can actually really say that has had 2 golden eras as far as like football goes is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, we can sit up here and we can debate this shit all goddamn day long. Right? Anger Cowboy, where you at? Michael Irvin, where you at? D-Lo, or whatever your name is, like on your YouTube channel, where the fuck you at? We can sit up here and we can discuss this shit. Plain and simple. But, because it's quite obvious ain't nobody looking at this shit by the numbers. You got too many motherfucking Dallas Cowboys or former Dallas Cowboys that's still in the NFL right to this day. And then y'all wonder why these motherfuckers is falling off? I'm listening, so hey, so let's actually like really just go back and look at this hire. Brian Schottenheimer, right? Son of Marty Schottenheimer. Now, I will say this much. I always thought that if once Jimmy left, I was like, okay, maybe, we get Marty in here, right? The good times will roll. But I'm going to tell you what the fuck happened at these goddamn owners' meetings. Every owner knows the history of the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry got that big ass stadium, and so this is where everybody else is coming in. Okay, where they say, okay, well, Jerry really ain't worried about winning. He just want ticket sales. Well, here's the reason behind that shit, right? And so, and that's what really gets me is that okay, you say that, but you don't never give a motherfucker reason why. Well, goddamn it, I just gave you the reason why. Right? Now, them motherfuckers, right? They may not put like this. They know this shit too, but they can't come out and say it. And then a lot of motherfuckers gonna be like, okay, well, that don't make sense. It makes perfect sense. When you are a powerhouse that goddamn long, and you ain't won shit in 30 years, it's something else that's there that these motherfuckers are not willing to say. The popularity of the Dallas Cowboys is so ridiculous that these motherfuckers, to be perfectly honest with you, they probably can lose for another 10 years. Like when Michael Irvin said, another 10 years, it'll be a motherfucking generational thing. But my whole deal is this. It's really hard to overtake a team as far as like winning percentages go, because I'm just like, do y'all actually really realize how, a percentage is like, that shit is like motherfucking huge, right? And so I just felt like that. And then just know this, the ticket sales are not going to go down because everybody, for the most part, put like this, is more haters for the Dallas Cowboys than there are fans. And Jimmy Johnson said that. He said, hey, look, for all of the millions of fans that love the Dallas Cowboys and all of the millions of fans that despise the Dallas Cowboys, see, y'all don't pick up on shit. Because if you did, a lot of this shit you wouldn't be putting on Jerry. Jerry Jones, for as powerful as he is, guess what? He still have to answer to some goddamn body. Okay? So guess what? If they say, hey, Jerry, do this. Hey, Jerry, hire this motherfucker. Guess what the fuck Jerry finna do? Okay. So I don't want to hear all that bullshit. Okay, well, Jerry don't know what the fuck he doing. No. Jerry Jones is being told what the fuck to do. Because they were just like, he come in the league. Did nobody know who the fuck Jerry was? So he come in the league, right? And this motherfucker, him along with Jimmy Johnson, they flipped the whole NFL upside down. Matter of fact, what they did back in '89, they changed the whole perception on how everybody looks at the draft. They actually reinvented shit. And y'all wonder why, okay. They ain't doing shit now. So again, every motherfucking organization, dynasty, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? Everybody has their motherfucking downfall. Now, just like I said, okay, this is a soon to be a 30-year drop. And again, 30-year drop. This upcoming season will be the 65th. Now, I really don't know what the fuck Coach Schottenheimer's going to do. But I just look at it like this. If you actually really pay attention to the logo, and then if you look at what's going to happen, not this upcoming season, but the season after that, look at the look at this logo, and then look at, because there's no next season will be year 66. So I and for the most part, I'm not insinuating anything, but I'm just saying. Let's look at this year as a rebuild or a restructure, whatever the fuck that you actually don't want to call it. But my whole deal is this: y'all motherfuckers need to leave Jerry Jones alone. Jerry Jones is being told what the fuck to do, and I already know that that's gonna become a surprise to a lot of y'all. But guess what? Anytime when y'all actually really think that the president of the United States, whether it's President Trump, which Trump is buck wild right now, which that's gonna be my next subject. But my whole deal is even Trump, right? As gangster as this motherfucker is, right? Even then, somebody got to tell him, hey, sit your ass down somewhere. Right? So, for the most part, will the Cowboys bounce back? I think that they will. But put it like this: anytime when they can actually really fix shit like they did these 2 championship games, right? They're going to look at the Dallas Cowboys and say, hey, look, guess what? We're going to need for y'all to sit this out another year. And then Jerry going to be like, but, and then, but, hell, do what the fuck I tell you. That's why he hired Schottenheimer. They let McCarthy go, right? Because you do 12-5, 12-5, 12-5, and then you do a 7-10, which that's the Cincinnati game. I think it was the Cincinnati game that actually put these motherfuckers out of commission. So, but like I said, Jerry, and then if you actually really stop and think about it for a minute, it really ain't like this. It really ain't even about ticket sales. So all the motherfuckers, Stephen A., motherfucker Shannon Sharp, and that other bastard, right? I can't call his name off right now. But the thing about it is this: it ain't about ticket sales. Jerry Jones rents out AT&T Stadium like it's nobody's fucking business. So y'all can actually really stop with that nonsense talking about ticket sales. I guess y'all forgot about the Pacquiao fight that happened there a couple of years ago. Jerry cleaned up on that, so it ain't about motherfucking ticket sales. Anything that happens at Jerry World, guess what? Jerry Jones is going on anywhere. Well, put it like this. Jerry said, you know what? I need 25% of the cut. And I'm actually like, because I don't know how Jerry do business. But don't sit up here and holler about, okay, it's about ticket sales. It ain't about ticket sales. Because just like I say, Jerry will rent that motherfucker out to anybody and everybody. If the price is right, guess what? He finna rent out AT&T Stadium. So let's not talk about ticket sales. And I know I sound like an old broke ass record. So again, let's go back to the owners' meetings. Okay, Jerry, we're gonna need you to sit this one out again, right? Don't worry, we're gonna take care of you, right? But we need for you to sit this one out again. Because you're the most expensive shit out there. So let's, and again, I'm not sitting up here giving an excuse on why the Cowboys are so bad. Well, yes, I am. But my whole deal is, who else, what other NFL owner is renting a stadium out? It ain't too, put like this, it ain't too many. It ain't too motherfucking many. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because here's the deal. To make a team more expensive than what the fuck they already are, a lot of it is going to be despised of other fans. And if these motherfuckers was to actually really win another Super Bowl. The NFL is seeing that. So they say, okay, Jerry, we're going to need for you to get beat up one more goddamn year on this. And then just, and I hate to say this, but the thing about it, I put it like this. If Jerry Jones is around for another year or two, shit, maybe even 3, right? Whenever he can hold that Lombardi trophy up again, just know a couple of months after that fact, you motherfuckers gonna be watching ESPN or whatever the fuck, and they were like, hey, look, a great pioneer has died. Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys, who bought the team back in 1989. Bought the team back in 1989, won 3 Super Bowls in 4 years, and he fell off for 30 years, but he motherfucking did this, that, and the third. Dies at the age of 86. And then the Jones family gonna come out and say, hey, we appreciate everything, blah, 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 this. Right? But then again, you guys really got to stop and think about, okay, well, how stupid is Steven gonna be? Right? Because again, if you actually really don't stop and think about this for a minute, before Jerry Jones, it was Al Davis. Al Davis did all of that, off the wall bullshit, and which was, for the most part, at that particular time, it was good for the NFL. But Al got long in the tooth. Right? Just like Jerry, he long in the tooth. And guess what the fuck is finna happen to him? Right? But in either case, hey, look, that's enough of the motherfucking Dallas Cowboys. Let's actually really talk about this last piece that are, and which out of all of the other bullshit, this one here is probably like the most important piece ever, because Trump been in office, what? This is the start of his second week. Trump done made a lot of promises on what to say, what the fuck he's gonna do, and then a lot of motherfuckers are actually like really paying the price. These ICE, whatever the fuck they are, they going in and they cleaning house. And then I hear this bastard on Good Morning America, right? Apparently he's a lawyer of some sort. And this bastard had the nerve to, you know what? When it's quite obvious, like when you're on national TV, I guess, you lose all sense of reality, I guess. So this motherfucker, he gonna And and then again, if it's on television, you already know that all this shit is motherfucking questionable. But here's the deal. This is what this bastard said, right? He gonna sit up here and say that, okay, yes, they came over here illegally. They came over here by illegal means. And so basically what this motherfucker saying, okay, so just because they came over here by illegal means, you can't arrest these motherfuckers because that's illegal. Talking about, well, because of their constitutional rights. Motherfucker, they over here illegally. So where's the goddamn constitutional rights in that? Like, did you actually really stop and think about what the fuck you just said? They're just like, okay, look. I'm trying to come up with something. So here's the deal, people. You either a big booty female. Well, let's just say you're what you young motherfuckers call a baddie, right? And everything is in motherfucking play. But the first time that she pulled them drawers off, no, go ahead and put your shit back on, because it's almost like, okay, because your shit smelled like that, okay, you pissed in a pot. You pissed in the pot after you didn't drink like gin or Hennessy or whatever the fuck that you like drinking on. So you pissed in that pot and then you warmed it up. You put it under some fire, right? And then for whatever fucking reason, you went, you took a towel or whatever, and you washed your ass with that pissy urine, right? And then thought that you was good with it. And then so the first time motherfucker go down on you, right? Guess what? Your shit smell like burnt urine along with shit or whatever. And you know what? This was so bad about it. I just lost my train of thought about what the fuck I was talking about. But in either case, all what I'm saying is this. Yo, yeah. The motherfucking constitutional rights shit. They came over here illegally. You dumb fucker, you. So I'm just like, dog, really? So this is what the fuck we do. And then he had to be a black guy. And I was like, come on, dog, don't do this. These motherfuckers came over here illegally. Get their ass out of here. Plain and simple. All right? And then for you motherfucking females out there, you know who the fuck you are. Like, if your shit smell like shit, then look, stop taking motherfucking showers. Sit your ass down in that motherfucking tub. Go get you a drop of bleach, put it in that motherfucker, right? Shave some of that shit off, and then just know a motherfucker might want to eat it like grocery. Really don't know, but my whole deal is this, and this is bonus material. I ain't gonna stay on here too much longer, but my whole deal is I sit up here and I watch this shit, and then motherfucker talking about, well, should men be should all men be assholes? just to get what the fuck they want. Well, no, because of what the fuck I just told you. You mean what the fuck you think is a bad bitch? You been calling that bitch a bitch all fucking night long, right? And then be like, you want some of this, you want some of this pussy, and then you like with your dumb ass because you've been drinking, right? And then you just looking at the outer appearance, right? She got enough titty and enough ass about herself, and then what the fuck she got on is short. She got a thong on, so she let you see the booty, and you like, hell yeah. And I've been drinking too, yeah. And then just know, like, if you one of them ones that you like to eat it first or whatever, because that's what the crazy uncle like to do from time to time. Let me eat it first. Let me see what it smells like first before I do any motherfucking thing else. And then if your shit smell like 10 pounds of get down, right? The hell on. You smell like burnt urine, bitch. So yeah. So but my whole deal is, listen, fellas. If you're a good man, which for the to which you know for to right to this day, motherfucker be like, okay, well, I'm a good man. Okay, well, what fucking classify you as a good man? Oh, because I'm doing what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Okay, so what the fuck are you supposed to do? Okay. Are you taking care of yourself first? It's what the fuck you need to be asking yourself. Yes. If put like this, if you run into somebody and then you be like, okay, well, you know what? She is potential to for me to start a family or whatever. Okay. Give y'all that, right? But just because you're doing what the fuck you supposed to do, that don't make you no good man. It really don't make you no good woman, right? So again, let's stop with this. Oh, well, he a good man. I'm a good woman. But then don't none of y'all really know what it actually really takes to actually really be a good woman or a good man. And then I heard that other shit, right? Where that Neil deGrasse Tyson or whatever the fuck his name is, he was on Joe Rogan. And then so for the most part, he was just saying he said I guess he said a survey was taken, right? Women, they was like, okay, if you could have another man on outside of your husband or whatever, what is the one reason why you would have that other man? And then according to them, they said, hey, look, 70% of the women said that they would do it just for sex only. And I'm just like, but you married the motherfucker. So out of all that time, so y'all didn't date. He didn't pull it out for you. You didn't play with it. You didn't do none of that shit. See how stupid you motherfuckers are? Because the question that's probably, listen, the question that probably that should be asked is this, and then I'm gonna get out of here. The question should be asked: do you want a motherfucker? You want the long dick motherfucker, right? That for the most part, he really don't know how to fuck. Y'all gonna have to excuse this the ice maker. So you gotta be like, okay, yeah, he got a big dick. So, but I'm just like, well, how long can he fuck? Right? What else do he do besides fucking? Do he eat the pussy? Is he gonna eat the ass like groceries? Is he gonna play with? Is he gonna play with? Is he gonna play with my titty? I mean, a lot of shit goes into play. Or do you want a motherfucker that's like the dick ain't so big or so long, rather? And be like, you know what? Not only will he fuck the shit out of you, but he may take your ass outside in the backyard. Eat your ass out, and then fuck the shit out of you outside. And can last for as long that will last as long as whenever he decide, okay, I think this is a good time to nut. Who the fuck y'all gonna pick? Again. And then again, just like what I said earlier, as long as your ass don't smell like straight shit and urine, burnt urine, and then on top of that, look, we gotta know, look, if you got little sharks swimming around in that cooter, guess what? We sure never not finna put our face down there, let alone our dick. So my whole damn ass, fellas, do not change up your motherfucking strategy just to get a piece of pussy because you really don't know how damaged the pussy is. Motherfuckers get run through or ran through. So why the fuck would you want to change up for that? You gonna change up for community pussy. Okay. That sounds about right. For these motherfuckers that's out here, because, you know what? I'm gonna actually go out and say it. Well, I can't say it because actually I can. Everybody, including me, right, has had a shot at some community pussy or at some community dick. Right? So if you want, so again, I'm just like, you want to change it for that? Seriously? Okay. Hey, look. But then again, I was a soldier once. And motherfuckers be like, well, back in my day, it wasn't community pussy, it was called whaling. So, you go out to the club, you get drunk and shit, and then you go find the biggest bitch possible. Bring it back to your room, right? And harpoon her, right? Or whatever. But 9 times out of 10, it's probably like some of the best pussy that you ever captured. Right? But hey, look, that's I can listen, I can act up and talk forever and day on this, but I'm not. I think I've said enough. So with that being said, hey, guess what? Guess what the fuck y'all get to do? Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your dad, tell your birthday, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa. Motherfucker next door across the street, round the corner, Paul's Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. Holla at y'all.